بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear Muslims, when we think of the month of Ramadan, we think about fasting. We also think about feasting. But it's very important that Ramadan is also a month of dawah. It's a month of sharing the message of Islam with humanity, and here is the reason for it. When we look into the Quran, in chapter number 2, verse number 185, Surah Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. So it's important that in the month of Ramadan, the Quran was revealed, and it's a guidance for humanity, and we are the ones to take this guidance to humanity. So my dear Muslims, in the month of Ramadan, as we are thinking about fasting, as we are thinking about the Taraweeh prayer, as recitation of the Quran, about extra ibadat, it's important for us to think about sharing the message of Islam, the message of the Quran with all of humanity. How can you share the message with all of humanity? So here are the 10 ways, inshallah. 1. It's important for us to set some goal in Ramadan. Just like we have a goal of reciting like 1/30th of the Quran each day, and it adds up to be the whole Quran. In the same way, how about setting a goal of in these 29 to 30 days, each single day, you make an intention and an effort to reach out to at least one non-Muslim, one fellow American. So number 2, do not hide your Muslim identity, do not hide your fasting. If your colleague, your neighbor, your classmate, if they ask you why you're fasting, you could mention to them that it's an obligation the Creator has given to us. You could mention the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the guidance of the Quran, and how fasting will help you to obtain that self-discipline and immense reward. Number 3, host open houses for your neighbors inside the masjid. So once they come in the masjid, inshallah, you could inform them about the beauty of Islam, the guidance of the Quran, and the way for salvation. Number 4, carry the 1-minute cards, especially about Ramadan, in your purses, in your backpacks, in your pockets, and give it to your neighbors, to your friends, your colleagues, when the discussion about Islam and Muslims come in. Number 5, make gift bags and give it to your neighbors. Go out with your families, your friends, and hand it out the gift bags. Knock at the door and mention that we are your neighbors. This is the month of Ramadan, the month of joy, the month of blessings, the month of guidance. Give it out to them, connect with them. In this way, you get to know your neighbors, the neighbors will get to know you. At the end of the day, it makes more opportunity for you to convey the message. Number 6, invite your neighbors to your homes. Sister in Chicago, one of the Gain Peace volunteers, in her apartment complex, she sent out like 25 of these invitation letters for people to come from their apartments inside their homes, inside the homes of this Muslim family in the time of iftar. Alhamdulillah. Out of the 25, only 2 of them they showed up. But those 2, inshallah, could bear witness on the day of judgment that they received the message of Islam through this person. Number 7, this is the time in which the weather is hot and the days are long, and especially our youth are off from schools. It's a good time for us to identify the festivals, the carnivals, the cultural fest which are taking place in our suburbs, in our cities. Host a dawah table up there. Host an Islamic information table up there. As people come in, pass out the literature. Go out with your family, with your friends, with your cousins, with your relatives. It's a good opportunity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the days long, so you and me could do more dawah and share the message and fulfill our obligation of inviting humanity to Islam. Number 8, mailing out through the United Post Office postcards about Islam to people's homes. Yes, maybe families could get together on the platform of the masjid, and you could make the intention that in the month of Ramadan, in all the homes in that zip code, you want to send a postcard about Islam to your neighbors. Number 9, connect with the youth. The youth are off this time. They have long days. We don't want them to sleep, from like Fajr time all the way to like 3 p.m. Sometimes they do because they are bored, they don't have anything to do. But this is a good time for you and me to connect with them, to have the family halaqas, the neighborhood halaqas, the youth halaqas. But these halaqas make them unique. The kids, our youth, they may have many questions based upon what they are seeing, what they are watching, what they are witnessing on the social media or the TV and the radio. So it's important for us to address some of the questions that they may have regarding Islamophobia, that they may have regarding what Donald Trump may be saying or Ted Cruz may be saying. They may have questions about some of the doubts that the school system may place inside their mind about faith. So now is a good time, my dear adults, my dear Muslims, to have the youth halaqas inside the masajid, inside the homes. In that way, alhamdulillah, you and me could empower them. Number 10, empower yourselves. Empower yourselves with the tools and techniques of how to share the message. So watch the videos of Dr. Jamal Badawi, Brother Shabbir Ali, Kamal al-Makki and other people who are in the front line of sharing the message. And make this into a family activity. You could take out maybe half an hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes each day, and inshallah you will feel yourselves as to be more comfortable and more confident once you're out there to share the message. So I hope and pray that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this month a month of fasting, a month of reading, and a month of inviting humanity to worship the Creator and not the creation. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.